This is a video that I've had on my mind for a long, long time. And it's the idea that I've been saying this for a long time. The quarterback situation for the Raiders is not ideal. However, the roster feels like it's particularly situated to be able to have a Houston Texans like flip of the script if we are able to hit on that quarterback. I've said that in multiple videos now. I truly believe that. I think Tom Telesco saw the writing on the wall with this roster and knew we would have a lot of cap space coming up to fill the holes needed, and all we have to do is find that franchise quarterback. However, we all know that doing such a thing is never that easy. And even though I've mapped out why I believe in Tom Telesco, the quick version of that is he was the assistant GM when the Colts drafted Andrew Luck. He was the GM of the Chargers when the Chargers drafted Justin Herbert. And he moved heaven and earth to try and trade up for Jaden Daniels, which is seemingly the best quarterback prospect coming out in this past draft. I just want to talk a second about the idea that we are tanking or that the highest draft pick possible is the best draft pick possible. I have pulled up right here, thanks to ChatGPT. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of AI, but when you ask it to make a list, can I make a list for you? I've pulled up a list of the last 6 NFL drafts, the order in which the quarterbacks went. And I just want to take a moment to look at the idea that the best quarterback in said class is rarely, the first quarterback taken. It has to do with position in which they fell and the team around them. So obviously, if we take a look here at the last 2 drafts, the ones that are most fresh in our mind, the 2024 draft went Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Michael Penix, and J.J. McCarthy. Obviously, the jury's still out on every single one of these guys. Bo Nix would be the 6th quarterback in that class, all going before our pick. I had Michael Penix ranked as my favorite guy because of his arm strength and his accuracy, his poise in the pocket. The jury's still out on him. But I think right now there's no doubt about it that Jane Daniels looks like the better player than Caleb Williams. So the idea that everyone was saying, we got to tank for Caleb, Jaden Daniels was the prospect that just kept getting better and better and better. And because of the situation that he is in with Cliff Kingsbury and Dan Quinn, we were ready and able to see a prospect like Jaden Daniels flourish. And Caleb Williams has showed flashes, but we don't know right now if that coaching staff can get the job done. Drake May is an interesting prospect because we've seen enough from him to show why he was taken 3rd overall, but we haven't seen enough with that system in place to see if that's sustainable. The rest of the guys haven't either played well, played kind of up and kind of down in Bo Nix, or haven't played at all in J.J. McCarthy or Michael Penix Jr. The 2023 draft class should again show you all you need to know. It is up and down. Again, it is not that easy to just say, let's get the 1st overall pick, and it's easy to pick the guy that we need. Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson, tapping out because he's tired. Will Levis is up here, then he's down here. Hendon Hooker will not see the field until Jared Goff retires. This is what I want to show you. It's about situation. It's about evaluating the position. Again, number 1 consensus overall pick was Bryce Young. We do not know what the Texans would have done if they drafted number 1 overall. The world may never know. C.J. Stroud went 2 overall. It's about situation. It's about being able to develop the talent. And that's the key to all of this. Do you trust Antonio Pierce and whoever is going to be the offensive coordinator next year, because it's not going to be Luke Getsy, to develop this guy? Or do we need to bring in a Ben Johnson, a Cliff Kingsbury 2.0, a Mike Vrabel and another OC, somebody with an offensive mind to shape and mold these guys? Because as I get into the rest of these quarterback lists, you're going to see my point, especially with the 2018 draft class, which was all over the map. But before we continue this video, I just want to point out to you that about 60% of you that have watched this video or other videos consistently are not yet subscribed. What the heck are you waiting for? We just passed 10,000. We're trying to get to 11. We're about halfway there. Hit that subscribe button and go to the description or go to patreon.com/ALLaBorde Raiders to sign up to get your name at the end of the credits, exclusive content, ad-free content, the whole 9 yards, videos early. I am making a series or putting a series out there breaking down the upcoming quarterback prospects like Cam Ward and Drew Aller. At the $5 tier, you can watch my Drew Aller video, my Cam Ward video. If you go to the membership tier, you could see what you get per month. At the $10 tier, you get all my videos ad-free, and you get a monthly YouTube channel advice show series. So much bang for your buck. I would love to do YouTube memberships, but YouTube memberships takes about 40% of my ad revenue and puts it into YouTube. Patreon only takes 5%. So that's why I use Patreon. So join that in the description below and subscribe. Hit that sub button. We go to 2022. It was an absolute nightmare. None of these guys are remotely starting material. Desmond Ridder, what's up? Raider. Once a Raider, always a Raider. We'll skip that one. 2021. Again, Trevor Lawrence is good. He's okay. I mean, has he lived up to the Andrew Luck type hype that he was getting? No. But I think the rest of these guys were thrown into absolutely terrible situations, save for Trey Lance. Trey Lance just kept getting hurt, and Brock Purdy just stole his job, and the rest is history. But Zach Wilson, the Jets, they make Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams look like me and you. Justin Fields, the Bears with Luke Getsy. Mac Jones, the Patriots with Matt Patricia and Bill Belichick calling plays, not exactly ideal either. Zach Wilson in one preseason stint with the Denver Broncos looks like a quarterback that was reborn and baptized, becoming new. I think Zach Wilson can have a Sam Darnold or Baker Mayfield type resurgence if he gets on a different roster. Justin Fields was able to even win games on the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's all about the situation that you get yourself put into. I want you to think about this for a second. Matt LaFleur, Green Bay Packers, right? Jordan Love sat for 3 years. Imagine what Caleb Williams would be able to do on the Green Bay Packers. And imagine how not great Jordan Love would look if he was on the Chicago Bears. It's about coaching and developing as well as evaluating the talent. We all agree that Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in this draft class, but then these three, it's kind of up in the air. Sometimes it's Tua, sometimes it's Herbert, sometimes it's Love. I think it's safe to say that all three of these guys are pretty decent, and it just comes down to situation. Justin Herbert has kind of made the most of an up-and-down regime, an up-and-down franchise with the Los Angeles Chargers. Tua started out not great, but Mike McDaniel was able to salvage anything left out of Tua's career. And Jordan Love, without a doubt, not only had the best measurables, but the best situation. The 2019 draft class was an absolute shit show. Save for Kyler Murray, everybody else has been average to not good. And 2018 is the magnum opus of this whole argument. Again, I'm just drilling this into the heads of Raider fans. It is not about how high you pick these players. It's about if you can evaluate and develop. And the best bang for your buck is if a project like Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson falls to you and you are able to put him with a Brian Daboll or a John Harbaugh, able to elevate these guys, put them in stable franchises. Now, I know the Raiders are not a stable franchise, but maybe with another year of AP and a new offensive coordinator, or Tom Brady goes, let's get Ben Johnson or Mike Vrabel in here. Stability within the organization, being able to develop whoever we take, whether that's someone that falls to us like a Drew Aller or a Jalen Milroe, or whether that's somebody who's there for the taking because we have the number 2, 1, or 3 pick in Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders. We need to be able to develop these guys because Baker and Sam look really, really good on teams they were not drafted to be on. They're not even on the second team that they were on after their first rookie quarterback. Josh Allen, I think, is the best quarterback in this draft class. You can make an argument for Lamar Jackson. He's a 2-time MVP. That's splitting hairs. Whatever. Point being, it's about situation and being able to develop the quarterback. Because you can draft Shedeur Sanders, and you could got you Brock, and you sign T. Higgins in free agency and all that nonsense, right? If you can't have somebody in there to show them how the position is played, whether that's a real bridge quarterback, not a Gardner Minshew, someone like a Tannehill or a Stafford or a Sam Darnold, one of these guys out there that can show them the ropes, and an offensive coordinator / head coach like a Ben Johnson, I've suggested Wes Welker, someone to show the young quarterback how to play the position in the National Football League. If you don't have one of those guys in place, it does not matter who you draft. The development of the quarterback will be stunted from day one. So I hope now looking at the complete picture, you understand that tanking is not going to be enough, although it does help. It would help to not have to trade up to get the quarterback you want. And this is also why I've been singing the praises of a quarterback like Drew Aller, or why I'm not opposed to Jalen Milroe projects if you can get the right guy to develop him. Josh Allen at Wyoming completed 50% of his passes, won half his games. It did not matter, because somebody was able to take the clay that was Josh Allen and mold him into one of the better quarterbacks of the last 15 years. This is the key to becoming the Houston Texans and flipping the script. It was D'Amico and the offensive coordinator of the Houston Texans and Chris Cascario, the GM, that saw the vision. They put him in place. They signed guys. They traded for guys, drafted Will Anderson, and bang, they were off and running. We have the potential to do this, but it's up to Tom Telesco, whoever our head coach is next year, and whoever our new offensive coordinator is next year, if it's AP who stays, to instill the success into the young quarterback. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Like I said, it's going to take a lot. It's a lot of ifs. It's a lot of ands. But if they work out, we can make a Houston Texans type flip. I've been saying it. I'm trying to manifest it. If I say it, maybe somebody will hear me, and we will finally have our luck turned in the quarterback position. Join the Discord. The link is in the description below. Join the Patreon. Hit those likes. Comment away. Please be sure to subscribe. It's free after all, no charge to you. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.